exposing the secrets behind Mr. Beast's ultimate showdown. This is the story of how 100 contestants battled it out in one of the most intense and grueling competitions ever devised. The stakes were sky high, with a jaw-dropping $500,000 prize on the line. But this wasn't just about the money. It was about endurance, strategy, and sheer willpower. Let's dive into the chaos, the alliances, the betrayals, and the triumphs that made this challenge unforgettable. Here's how it all went down. 100 contestants, one circle, and a massive $500,000 prize on the line. The atmosphere was electric as the participants gathered, each one eyeing the prize and sizing up their competition. The rules were simple yet brutal. Stay inside the circle and don't touch the red boundary. But as we would soon see, simplicity doesn't mean easy. The prize money was a tantalizing stack of cash, enough to change anyone's life. Contestants were buzzing with excitement, their eyes gleaming with the possibility of victory. But as the challenge began, it quickly became clear that this was no ordinary competition. The circle was a battlefield, and every contestant was a warrior. They had to navigate a series of unique and demanding challenges, each designed to test their limits and push them to the brink. From physical endurance to mental agility, every aspect of their being was put to the test. Touch the red boundary and you're out. It was a simple rule, but one that added a layer of tension to every move. Contestants had to be constantly aware of their surroundings, their every step calculated to avoid the dreaded red line. One misstep, one moment of distraction, and it was game over. Early on, contestants were dropping like flies. Accidental touches, restroom breaks, and even a sneaky nap eliminated many. Right from the start, it was brutal. The initial hours saw a flurry of activity as participants struggled to find their footing. Some underestimated the challenge, thinking it would be a walk in the park. They were quickly proven wrong, and even a sneaky nap eliminated many right from the start. It was brutal. Fatigue set in early, and the toll on the contestants was evident. Some tried to catch a quick nap, only to be jolted awake by the realization that they had crossed the boundary. The mental strain was as taxing as the physical, and it became clear that only the strongest would survive. Alliances were formed, strategies plotted. In the midst of the chaos, some contestants realized that they stood a better chance if they worked together. Groups formed, huddling to discuss tactics and share resources. But alliances in such a high-stakes game are fragile, and trust was a rare commodity. Betrayals were inevitable, and the fallout was often spectacular. They even built towers for support. Ingenious contestants used whatever materials they could find to create makeshift structures, hoping to gain an edge. These towers became symbols of their determination and creativity, but they also became targets, as other contestants sought to topple them and eliminate their builders. And then came the dodgeball challenge. Just when the contestants thought they had a handle on the competition, a new twist was introduced. Dodgeball. This wasn't just any game of dodgeball. It was a high-stakes, high-intensity battle where every throw could mean the difference between staying in the game and going home. A 24-hour showdown that split the room into quadrants. The circle was divided into 4 sections, each one a mini battlefield. Contestants had to defend their territory while trying to eliminate their opponents. It was a test of strategy, agility, and endurance, and it pushed everyone to their limits. Dodge, duck, dip, duck, and eliminate. The dodgeball challenge was a whirlwind of action. Contestants had to be quick on their feet, dodging incoming balls while trying to land their own hits. Every successful throw brought cheers, while every miss was met with groans. The tension was palpable, and the stakes were higher than ever. Next up, the potato ball challenge. Just when the contestants thought they had seen it all, another curveball was thrown their way. The potato ball challenge was as quirky as it was challenging. Contestants had to keep track of a certain number of potatoes while navigating the circle. It sounds simple, but in the heat of the moment it was anything but. Keeping track of these spuds was no easy task, and miscounts led to eliminations. Messy, right? The potato ball challenge tested the contestants' focus and attention to detail. One wrong count and they were out. It was a chaotic scene, with potatoes flying everywhere and contestants scrambling to keep track. And miscounts led to eliminations. Messy, right? The chaos of the potato ball challenge was a sight to behold. Contestants were frantically counting and recounting, trying to avoid the dreaded miscount. But in the heat of the moment, mistakes were inevitable, and many found themselves eliminated in a flurry of confusion. Head-to-head battles included balancing beams, where contestants had to maintain their balance while facing off against each other. It was a true test of physical and mental fortitude. One wrong move, and they would be out of the competition. The balancing beam challenge was a nail-biter, with every contestant teetering on the edge of elimination. Shopify sales and even cooking challenges. The variety of challenges kept the contestants on their toes. From setting up online stores to whipping up culinary masterpieces, they had to showcase a wide range of skills. It was a true test of versatility, and only the most adaptable contestants thrived. Talk about a mixed bag of skills. The challenges were designed to test every aspect of the contestants' abilities. They had to be quick thinkers, skilled strategists, and physically resilient. It was a true test of their mettle, and only the best would make it to the end. But the real test? A grueling endurance challenge. This was the ultimate test of willpower. Contestants had to stand on one leg for hours, their muscles screaming in protest. It was a battle of mind over matter, and only the strongest would prevail. Standing on one leg for hours. The endurance challenge was a true test of mental and physical strength. Contestants had to dig deep, finding reserves of energy and determination they didn't know they had. It was a grueling ordeal, and many fell by the wayside. One wrong move and it was game over. The pressure was immense, and the slightest mistake could mean elimination. Contestants had to be constantly vigilant, their every move calculated to avoid disaster. It was a high-stakes game, and the tension was palpable. And let's not forget the paintball challenge. Just when the contestants thought they had seen it all, another twist was introduced. The paintball challenge was a high-octane, action-packed battle where every shot counted. Contestants had to aim, fire, and hope they hit the right target. Aim, fire, and hope you hit the right target. Missing meant instant elimination. The paintball challenge was a true test of accuracy and composure. Contestants had to keep their cool under pressure, their every shot carefully aimed. One miss and they were out of the game. After countless eliminations and intense challenges, only a few contestants remained. The final moments were a whirlwind of emotion, with every remaining contestant giving it their all. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, cheering and gasping with every move. Only one person stood tall, Gio. In the end, it was Gio who emerged victorious. His determination, strategy, and sheer willpower had carried him through the toughest challenges. The moment of his victory was a triumphant one, with cheers and applause ringing out. He took home the $500,000 prize, a life-changing sum of money. But Gio's victory was about more than just the money. It was a testament to his resilience and determination. He had faced down every challenge and come out on top, and generously shared it with his dad. What a champ! Gio's generosity was the cherry on top of his victory. Sharing his prize with his dad was a heartwarming moment that showed his true character. It was a fitting end to an epic challenge. So there you have it. The $500,000 Circle Challenge was a roller coaster of emotions filled with intense competition, strategic gameplay, and unforgettable moments. It was a true test of endurance and willpower, and it left everyone on the edge of their seats. From dodging balls to balancing beams, the challenges were as varied as they were demanding. Each one tested a different aspect of the contestants' abilities, and only the best could rise to the top. Mr. Beast's Circle Challenge was a roller coaster of emotions and epic moments. The highs and lows, the triumphs and defeats, all combined to create an unforgettable experience. It was a true testament to the human spirit and the power of determination. Who's ready for the next crazy challenge? Stay tuned. The $500,000 Circle Challenge may be over, but the excitement is far from finished. With Mr. Beast at the helm, you can be sure that even more epic challenges are on the horizon. So stay tuned, because the next adventure is just around the corner.